weight gain is a lot of attention now. That we know that there are hormones that are designed to, when you're asleep, are released to stop you feeling hungry. Because otherwise you want to wake up and eat. And if you don't have enough sleep, those hormones aren't produced, and other hormones that are associated with seeking out particular foods are overexpressed. Turns out not only are you hungry if you don't sleep well, you crave high-fat, high-carbohydrate foods. So that leads to weight gain, which leads, you end up to this vicious circle of feeling tired, increasing your caffeine use, and so on and so forth. You could probably name, I show this to high school students and they go, what are they? Anybody want to stab at that one? 3 Mile Island? Yep. Yes, Exxon Valdez, and no, Bhopal. Okay, so there are many more that you could put up. So each of these accidents was, upon investigation, discovered to be due to sleep deprivation of a decision maker. So the Challenger disaster was an engineer who was asked, when he was on a very small number of hours sleep, asked very early hours in the morning, hey, it's really cold out there now, will the O-rings be okay? Anyway, yeah. And they weren't. Okay. These are data provided kindly by Dr. Dinges from University of Pennsylvania, showing that the number of accidents, motor vehicle accidents in the US that are thought to be due to drowsiness. And you can see they peak at around 8 o'clock in the morning when people have not been asleep across the night. Sleepy driving is really particularly problematic. Joe Arendt's done this study in the UK in a simulated driving task. And she was able to sort of come up with a dose equivalent that 19 hours of wakefulness is equivalent to about a blood alcohol level of 0.05. 22 hours of wakefulness is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.08. So the last thing you want to do coming off a night shift is have a drink on the way home, because it adds together. Another modelling exercise that was done estimates that 24 hours of sleep deprivation or a 4 to 5 hour night sleep repeated over a period of weeks. So if you think of that sleep debt that I was talking about with the kids, you are essentially driving on the Friday morning with a 0.05, 0.06, 0.07 blood alcohol level. So you're not going to let your grandchildren have a shot of vodka for breakfast on Friday morning. But letting them drive to school on Friday morning when they've only been getting 5 or 6 hours sleep a night is probably more dangerous than giving a shot of vodka for breakfast. I'm going to skip that and come to this. So this is my favourite study. This is Barbara Phillips' work in Kentucky. And what she did was take a school district that she chose because there was only one school district in the county. So you get county-wide motor vehicle accident statistics. Okay. And this school district decided to change its start times, delay its school to start time in the morning, the way Menlo Atherton did a few years ago and some other schools around are doing. So she was able to look at the motor vehicle accident data for the 2 years before the change and the 2 years after the change. Okay. And what she was able to show was, firstly, that despite what the teachers and the coaches said would happen, the kids actually slept more. And particularly, if you look at the grade 12 kids, they're sleeping a lot more afterwards than they were before. And the extra sleep hours they're taking on the weekend goes down. And we think that's a marker of how sleep deprived they are. Okay? But the money slide is this one. The number of accidents in that county over that period of time went down 16.5%. These are teenager-related motor vehicle accidents. And the rest of the state, it went up 7.8%. So a simple change, like delaying the school start time, giving kids more opportunity to sleep, decreasing their sleep debt, dramatically reduced the number of accidents. Shameless plug, we are currently studying adolescents and looking at how their sleep changes over time and how their brain changes over time. This is straight from our website, and we have some flyers outside, so if you happen to have any young people in your lives that you think might be interested in participating in the study, we'd love to have them. So what can we conclude from all this? Well, sleep changes with advancing adult age, okay? Probably reflecting alterations in brain anatomy and physiology. Sleep behavior and sleep EEG change, but sleep need might also decrease. So the fact that you're sleeping 6 hours a night now versus the 8 hours you used to get, you mainly need 6 hours. And some of you will find that. Some of you will find that you're a little sleepy, but nonetheless, we don't really know what's happening with sleep need versus sleep behavior. We know that sleep changes dramatically across puberty, probably reflects remodeling of the brain. And the sleep timing changes associated with the educational and social pressures can lead to severe sleep disruption in adolescents and real problems for them. And I think this is the take-home message I always like to give kids when I'm talking to children's groups. If you don't sleep, you die. Okay, and you have to think of it as like breathing, drinking, eating, or sleeping. If you don't breathe, you die in minutes. If you don't drink, you die in days. If you don't eat, you die in weeks. And if you don't sleep, you die in months. There's a disease called fatal familial insomnia, which prions eat part of the brain and you can't sleep. And you last about 6 months. We also have another study for women entering menopause that we're recruiting for. And I'm going to conclude with my favourite slide, which shows that some behaviours do cross species remarkably well. This is a father penguin sleeping through childbirth.